No.
Da-da-da-da.
Stop this.
Da-da-da-da. 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 Hi.
Hi.
You need to follow. Go along, you know?
No, I
Yes.
don't.
Happy Halloween.
How are you guys?
Spooky night or day, wherever you are.
How do you find out where your black moon is in your natal chart?
Oh, I want to know mine.
I've looked, but I don't remember now.
I have
Totally
no idea.
forgot.
Seeing here. Awesome.
I
can't.
forgot where is my Lilith in my natal chart.
I don't
Totally
know. How do you
forgot.
see that?
We saw that. We have that in our natal chart.
You do look like a human today, Flavia. I look like a. What does that
What?
mean?
Okay.
What do I look like the other days? I use Sirius astrology software.
I use
That is
what?
so cool. Sirius astrology software.
Can you find out
I
mine?
so want to know. Yeah, I give you all the details.
Right.
Oh, from the Discord gift, right?
Well, but wait for when I'll take a picture of her when she wakes up in the morning, David, and I'm gonna
My
send
God.
you, okay? Because all this black that is going on, it doesn't go away that easy.
No.
You know.
And there's this specific eyeliner that I used and never, it's impossible to take it off. And I just used it today because it's the last live event. I've been wanting to use it since Friday.
Yes, me too.
But I waited.
I was going to, and then I forgot.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, like I'm gonna use that eyeliner, and I totally gave up on it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
How do you know what's in the natal charts? I know there's a website called astro.com that you can see if you know like what time you were born.
Yeah, the
and
time
stuff.
and place you were born.
You can see it all.
You're gonna check it out for me, Josh? If that's not too much trouble.
Yeah.
If that's too much trouble, let's not do that. What do you need to know? How are you guys? Happy Halloween.
We've said that already.
How do we pronounce Samhain? Because it's not Samhain. I totally forgot. Sohu? Oh my god.
Song. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
We looked it up, but I don't remember
something
anymore.
Like that. I can't look at a photo of Heylal and Yeshua without smiling like a schoolgirl. I have them both up my wall, and Heylal gets me every single time. So much sex appeal.
I don't think we ever used it because we moved before and we had a different background. But we have a huge halo that I cannot look at. It's just just to look at it makes me blush. So I completely understand you. He is like so tall. I don't know how tall that is. Is it like 50 centimeters up or 60 tall?
Oh,
it's a huge one.
The picture. I thought I was talking about him. I'm like, he's a little taller than that.
No, he's tall.
Yeah. Looking at the picture today, he reminds me a lot of Resend.
Yes. We talked about that, like Alana and I in chat when we released that.
Well, I didn't know it by then.
And
so
we said that he is absolutely Resend. Like Resend is Heylal.
Yeah.
In the book.
Totally.
So yeah.
I don't know about my black moon, but my Lilith is in Virgo, 12th house. I have no idea what that means. I would love to learn.
Yeah.
Where are the witch hats? Good question.
We do not have witch hats. We didn't have enough, preparation prior to this. So that's the lights is as far as we went.
Yeah. Latitude, longitude, time of birth. No, just
well, the city,
the city,
and the time of birth.
Yes. I'd love to know too. Yeah.
That's lovely. I'm totally hooked now on Akotar. Yeah. And I saw the connection too. Let's talk about
it. What are you in? What am I?
Julie.
I think I'm in the third one.
She's in the third one. And she won't listen if I'm not around. So that's just annoying.
Because it just became our thing, I love it.
Yeah.
And she waits, with that face, and when there's something coming, she's like watching my reaction.
Because things happen all the time
all the time.
in this book.
It's
All the
almost
time.
tiring. I'm like, oh my god, no, I need a break. So much is happening. Yeshua has a soft energy, and Heylal has a focus and direct energy. That's what I see.
Yes.
Yes.
I like that.
I'm wearing black eyeliner tonight to look like Viking.
Come
Oh,
on.
I want a
Show
picture.
us a picture on
Oh my god.
Discord.
Did you braid your beard as well? Oh,
Stella is just like, yes, I want a picture too.
Yeah.
Okay, show us.
I think the actor Timothy Chalamet has a Heylal fractal. He's not my typical type, but I'm so drawn to him. I think it's the voice too.
It's been a
I
while
have never
since
heard him
I've seen
talk.
him. Yes, you have.
Where?
You've watched his movies.
Which one?
That one that everyone watched. Totally
I don't
forgot
think
the
I have
name.
watched it.
Call Me by Your Name?
I haven't yet.
Oh well.
Exactly. I'm just learning about human design. Absolutely amazing information. That's so cool. I saw one of these days, I had never heard about it, and I saw a girl on TikTok showing her designs and how she studies it. That is so cool.
Yeah, that is amazing.
I got the same sense I was feeling if the others here were too. He's such a fabulous actor. Yeah, I haven't seen Little Women too either. My God, I need to catch up.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I shaved my head, and a friend painted symbols on the sides and behind my head with henna paint. I stayed for 2 weeks. Oh my God. She said I looked dangerous.
I bet.
Pictures already didn't happen.
My God.
Question for Yeshua. What
Let's say Samhain.
Yeah, or autumn celebrations did you have?
They would do a harvest celebration where they would it would depend. So I'm firstly connecting with when they did it in Gaul in the south of France. What is south of France for us now? And they would do like a harvest celebration of gratitude. So they would do like a huge bonfire that would burn for a couple of days or 3 days even, and they would bring lots of food and lots of goods and things that they would trade. Everyone would offer something as like an offering to the god within you, as a gratitude, and they would celebrate together in a feast kind of way. And but he traveled so much, they went to so many places, that it would always be different depending on what tribe they were in, or what place in the world, and everything like that. So they would adapt to their cultures there, and would bring a little bit of their own as well.
Nice. All right. So, do they have any message they'd like to say before we start? Either of them?
Let's see. Well, Yeshua has a softer energy today, I would say, but a very strongly divine masculine one as well at the same time. Very present, and that holding space and just having fun to have us all here, he's saying. So for him, it's always a party. And today we have even like a bigger reason to, and he likes the lights. And he was saying that he's very excited for all that we are creating here today. And Heylal is sassy. So you're going to get sassy Heylal today. He's walking around and he's been changing his costumes. Now he's dressed like Lucifer from the TV show. Jesus fucking Christ. So very, very distracting. So shoot your questions. Oh my God, Stella looks so pretty laying on my hand. I can't even.
A message for us on the huge downloads and timeline shifts.
Again, you have sassy Heylal. So the first thing he says is like, which one are you talking about? Like, what timeline shift? It's daily, So we've been opening portal after portal with every breath we take. And that is why sometimes it can be very challenging for our human bodies to cope or to even keep up. So point is, you are creating your reality at all times, in every breath. And it's very important for us to remain grounded and to focus on what you call health in this moment. So there's a lot coming up, a lot um, showing up for us personally. And this journey is a journey within, as we know, so we create or recreate a paradigm and life on earth through our own change of behaviors, our own change of mentality, our own opening up to the new. So how do you want to play this game? It's entirely up to you. And he's winking at you, Jennifer. He's inviting you to play with him. I'm just gonna say what they're saying, okay, guys? So, Sassy Heylal today. Whoever just arrived, we have Sassy Heylal and a more tamed Yeshua. That is so cool.
That is so cool. Can I show people?
Absolutely look
dangerous.
Scary.
Yeah.
Like I would.
It looks like language almost.
Yeah, it does. Right? I would be intrigued because it
Yes.
looks like light language, more tribal, right? But I would be a little scared of you if I encountered you in a dark alley.
I'm in front of it. It's not focusing.
Tira sua cara, então.
Where? If I remove my face.
Like I just did. Oh my god, desculpinha. Oh my
It looks so cool.
It looks very cool. You did that for Halloween, you said, David? Gang
look. Right. My costume this year was Harry Potter. I wish I had a photo to share, but I left it back in California.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no. That is so
Have
cool.
someone send us.
Yes.
Send you so you can send us.
What's that? It's David's head.
Yes.
Yeah. He had a friend paint it for him. Not scary, more sacred.
Sacred. I read it like 3 times. Not scary, more scared. And I'm like, huh? Oh my god, it took 6 hours.
Oh my god.
That is
crazy.
Looks very, very cool. You should do that again.
Yes.
That's so super cool.
Do you have your hair grown now? I don't remember.
I can draw a design for you in light language if you want.
Then maybe you should tattoo it.
Oh my god. Tone it down. So, questions, guys. For Yeshua or Heylal, or you don't need to say who you want to answer. We can just let them come through and answer. They are very excited to be here and answer your questions. I'm asking him if he has anything to say because Heylal is pacing around now and he has magnificent angel wings. And now he has 1 angel wing and 1 devil's wing. No, Heylal, stop this. This is becoming too much. He's saying, I don't know, I was invited here. I don't have anything to say. Why would I have anything to say?
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Straight to hell is the answer. It's like, what is wrong with humanity? That's what's wrong with humanity.
So limited, Heylal. I never had it, so I can say if I like it or not. I love how you describe their expressions and how they are presenting themselves, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you like it because I can't help it. And I have to share with you.
Is Yeshua going as Heylal or Heylal as Yeshua for Halloween?
That is great. Now Yeshua is just dressed as Heylal does, like all in black in a suit, and sometimes he's wearing a red shirt underneath, or sometimes just all black. And Yeshua is dressing in all black, and he has his hair up in a man bun kind of way, and he braided his beard. And he has eyeliners now as well, just because he's saying that he makes him look a little bit more like feisty, like Heylal. And he looks very hot too, just as Heylal does. And Heylal is dressed like Yeshua, which is ridiculous. He's going for that look, like from the church kind of thing. So he has like very dark skin, like Yeshua does. It looks darker because of the other thing. So he has blonde hair and blue eyes, but his skin is darker, and he's wearing like the robes like Yeshua did. But it looks like he had like a very fake strong tan, like Ross, when Ross gets a tan on that's why it's funny the way that he's
Friends.
looking. Yes, in Friends.
One Mississippi.
Yes, exactly. So he did like about 12 Mississippis on his face, and that's like a Halo right now. And he has like very, very fake blue eyes on. And he's carrying like a cross, but the cross is like this tiny, so he keeps throwing the cross like in between his hands. So yeah, that's what he's
That's a
looking
visual.
like. Oh.
Does Heylal have any message for me?
Oh my God, Halo. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
yes,
for
my
Ella.
love. And then he put his arm here, and he's looking straight into your eyes, and he's telling you to look into my eyes and just let yourself feel. Don't be ashamed. Don't. You see, like everyone is already looking away and blushing with that energy. The energy he's sending you. So he's looking at you and he's saying that. Why? Well, the first thing he said is that you look very juicy right now, however it is that you look. And then he left and he's saying that you are, well, he's so proud of you, so proud of all the beautiful things that you get to experience on this earth and the beautiful growth that you feel for yourself. But he always knew that there was nothing to correct, nothing to evolve from or to, because you are a goddess. And he just wanted to remind you of that.
That's nice. Is the Samhain? I don't know.
In the same Hein tradition.
Oh, wow. Yeah. This is the end of one year and the start of another. Any comments for us as we make the transition?
How does it feel to have an open journal every day? You should feel like that every day. You should aim to feel like that every day. Like you have a blank page that you can fill in however you want. And that's Heylal again. So, how does it feel for you to have that freedom? Can you feel that freedom of the magic that you chose to create here on earth? As a community, as an individual, how would you choose to decorate your pages? What will you write? How does it feel to be able to?
So interesting. I didn't know about this being in some traditions the end of the year, and I've been closing so many situations in my life to start anew. That's nice. Hi.
Happy Halloween,
Happy
sister.
Halloween. I'd love a message from Heylal too, if that's okay.
It is okay. We're not doing the message today, so they would want you to have a question, more than that. At least give them a direction in which to go, because it's not only easier for me personally, but they can be more specific with you as well. So his message for you would be one that is for many others as well. Tap into what is in your heart right now. What do you want to talk about? What's been in your heart? And most importantly, what your mind have been um, expressing about what's in your heart, about all the cycles ending and beginning anew, about all the beautiful things that you get to create as a divine being on earth. How is that communication between your heart and your mind? And how are you navigating that? And how can I support you with this?
Um, do they have a message for me about my masculine energy?
Yeshua is the one coming through, and he's saying that this has been a very divine masculine year for you in your life. That you've been shown in so many different ways, in so many different expressions of that divine masculine in form, um, not only like in other people, but in your own life, in your own work, in your own thoughts and emotions and everything. And you've been mastering it beautifully. And it's so important for you to know that and to give yourself some time to just pat yourself on the back and to hold space for you as well, for all that magic to truly occur. But I do feel that it does feel a lot like a closing of a chapter and a beginning of another one. Perhaps not exactly today, but it feels like that energy when you talk about it, like you are about to enter a new whole brand new phase of your life. And it makes sense because it's your birthday in a month, right? Still is angry. um so maybe that's it, you're going to enter in a whole new Alana universe. And they want you to keep doors open and keep your mind open too for how all of that magic that you've been constructing and all of that healing, and all of that brand new Alana that is emerging, how is it going to manifest? Keep your mind open for that.
I've been playing with watercolors today and painting what seems like maps of symbols. Could Hello explain what exactly it is that I'm doing?
He's saying, why would I explain exactly? And he's highlighting that word and he's using like a tone with it. It's like exactly what it is. Why do you need to know exactly what it is? Why can't he just be expression? Why can't he just flow? Why do you need to know? Why do I need to tell you? How could I tell you? That's your divine expression. That's our divine expression through you, your individuality. I've already granted you the opportunity to choose an individual self that gets to play, that gets to use watercolor. What else do you want from me? Sassy Heylal. Again, whoever is just entering, we have Sassy Heylal and a little bit more tame version of Yeshua today.
Until we poke him right, and then he
Wow.
comes. Wow. I wasn't
Okay.
intending for it to sound like this. Or was I?
Jesus.
Uh, how did the whole Halloween thing start? This holiday is starting to feel a lot like Christmas. Lots of joy all around.
Yes, it has many different meanings in many different cultures. What I feel about it is that um, there is this perception of the thinning of the veil, right? And maybe that's why you're feeling joy because we've been working around releasing ourselves from that perceived veil of forgetfulness that we put on us. So the more we do that, the more we open up to the pleasures of life, to the pleasures of being human and accepting of that. So joy comes from that.
Can Hillel give me a confidence booster? I love his energy.
Okay, so he's showing me like he's holding you in both your shoulders and he's putting you straight and he's holding your chin up to his face and he's very close to your face. And he's like, tell me, who is the gorgeous goddess? Who is a gorgeous goddess? Tell me. And he wants you to say, I am, of course. It's like, you are. Yes, you are a gorgeous goddess. And you have so much magic. You have so much love. You have so much to be, to express. And it's so loving that you chose Earth to be here right now, that you chose to focus um, your awareness here on this point in this beautiful gorgeous body that you have now. So enjoy your life, allow life to be playful, allow yourself to keep flowing with everything and know that you can do anything you can imagine and much 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 more beyond that, because every single thing you can see was created by you in one way or another. So the device you're using right now to watch this, you created it, and everything comes from that seed of love within you. So whenever you look at yourself in the mirror, whenever you feel yourself in your heart, remind yourself of that it all came from that seed of love.
I've been experiencing this weird. What?
I'm just reacting to it. Keep reading.
I've been experiencing this weird sweaty neck thing while I'm sleeping the last couple of months. What's going on
Oh
and
my
why?
God. Yes,
So
I
that's
had
true.
that last night, like so much that it's so gross. And it would like be like a pool of sweat. And I would wake up and it's not hot here anymore. It's getting a little chilly already. And I would need to just take all of my covers off because it was so hot. And it's exactly that's like that um, sun activation in the bottom of your, in the top of your spine here and in the bottom of your spine. So it's like we are opening up literally like a sun energy in the back of your neck here, like in that joining of your spine and your brain, that little space is being like open and infused with that sun energy that you're bringing for yourself. So it's going to start going down in a way, um, and it's merging with your solar plexus, and then merging with your root chakra, and then merging with your earth star chakra, and then merging all the way down to earth in everything that you create is coming from and will come even more from that sun energy. So it's a huge activation. And Heylal is saying that a lot of you have been feeling this. If it's a stiffness in your neck or pain down your neck, it is a braiding of sorts with your own higher self, but that part, that fractal of your higher self that is made of sunlight, that is made of that core of the sun, the molten core of the sun. So allow it to flow. Keep drinking a lot of water. That's important. You can eat sunflower seeds. That is supposed to help as well. Turmeric, you even said that, and ginger, things like that. Just drink it in your tea and everything, and um, keep supporting your body through it, and give your body time, because you created time for a reason. You didn't just create time so you could fuck around. So remind yourself of that you created time for a reason and it's still serving you. So give your body that time. And again, he mentioned that already, but he's bringing that up again: the health of your physical body, the remembrance of the health and vitality of your physical body, and what you get to do with it. We are remembering that our physical bodies are here as a representation of the divine. It's not a disposable trash that you get to fill in with more trash, and that you get to walk around feeling as if it is a bag of trash. And there was this song in my head now for a second that he's singing. Wake up in the morning feeling like a bag of shit, and he's saying that's not the point. You would not create that. We would not create that. So we created duality, and he's saying that very personally for himself, because he is the part of us that began with the idea of duality. We created it as a means for us to have fun, as a means for us to expand beyond what was already there, what is already true, and we don't change that. We can't change that truth of what we are, that truth of our divinity. It doesn't matter what form you take, if you take a form at all or not, your soul connection with source is always there. So we are remembering this. And with these tiny, that few really big activations that happen for your physical body, is just so your molecules can remember that, because we've been telling the body as humans, he's saying, you've been telling the body as humans for a very long time that it's not deserving of love as much as a god deserves love. So you've been worshiping outside of yourself, and you've been worshiping Yeshua, even though he tried his best to come here, to be human, to show his humanness, to bleed so you could see that he is human, and still accomplish all of those amazing things that you think is amazing, that you think you cannot do. So instead of seeing that as a showcase of what you are able to do and what you are able to choose not to do as well, because you are as divine as him, you chose to adore and to worship him. Why do you think that is? Because you cannot forgive the fact that you chose to be human. So all the pain and suffering that have been created in the last thousands of years, he's saying like 200,000 of years in this planet, is exactly because of that. Because you cannot forgive the fact that we chose to create in a dualistic environment just because we freaking can, just because we get to, because we are God enough to do that. So, what these activations do, they remind your DNA that those little points in your DNA that you chose to create when you were creating the human blueprint, you chose to leave those parts of your DNA to be awakened in a given moment. It's being awakened now. And we are now, like you are, the new humans, the humans that at some given point in science, you will not be able even to understand. You know, when you get under the microscope, science is going to be like, what the hell? Or even if you were to map your brain um, waves, for example, a channel's brain waves. There are some things that your science can even understand yet. So you are the new humans. You are creating this new race from these activations that you are receiving. So that's why it's so important for you to treat your bodies with kindness and to allow this awareness to emerge, to stop perpetuating the fact that you believe you were born to suffer. You believed that you were born as a low little human that isn't deserving of as much love as you would give to a God. But that God is a depiction of you. It always is. It is a mirror of you. And if you can even think about the fact that perhaps Isis was a goddess, it's because she is you. It's because she lives in you. It's because you have that awareness, so you created it. Everything you can think of is a part of your creation. That there is no comma or but or aside from. If you believe in the unconditional truth of oneness, you can't separate. You can't decide that this part here is not good enough for me, so I'm going to keep here suffering. Thank you very much. Well, you can, because again, we get you. You are the God of your creation, but it will never feel as if it is true for you because you're fighting your truth all the time. So these activations are meant to awaken yourselves to this new human that you are. And for you to feel less of the burden of it, you need to surrender, to let it happen, however it is that it needs to happen. So, for example, sometimes it needs to happen as a very strong diarrhea for a few days. You need to let it happen instead of trying to change that diarrhea to something else. And that requires so much trust in your divinity, because you will want to go have some medicine. You will want to go, you know, make that more subtle or whatever it is. So if it is like crying for 10 days, lying in your bed, it will be crying 10 days. That's how you will suffer less, is what he's saying, you know? So by surrendering to what that means for you. And with that, you need a lot of discernment, of course, to understand that you are not redoing any of the old patterns that you've been fighting so hard to let go of. The point has never been to fight, it's to surrender, to allow God within you to emerge, because that's been the plan all along. But he's saying, "Oh, just stop talking about it now."
Next question is, I use the trees, plant kingdom, to
I'm sorry. I need to say something else. It's not him, it's me. He showed me that. And I didn't mention that before with the same thing. When we are receiving this sun activation, and it could be a divine masculine, the way that we think about it, this electric activation. I was feeling it the other day in the shower as if I was so electric that the water was too much because it was conducting the energy too much. And the places in my hands where I had cuts where I was doing my nails, I was feeling that electricity like this. So I couldn't put my hands in water because of the electricity that was in my body was too much because of that activation that I got that got my neck
Yeah.
weird. So weird. But anyways, what he showed me, rivers and rivers of abundance is what is going on with that, because you're bringing that sun energy. So whatever you touch, you have to believe that that's golden. That meaning a relationship or your house, your pets, um your job, your money, everything. So he wanted you to know that as well. So the more you surrender, the more you allow all of yourselves to remember that abundance is my truth. So abundance is in every single thing in my life. What usually occurs when these activations are happening, those old paradigms or the old beliefs or behaviors, they fight with teeth and nails to stay, because it's scary to let go. In your humanness, it's scary to let go. So it's so important for us to keep reminding ourselves that let's quiet the mind, let's let this all flow, and let's allow this to be, because sometimes your mind or your body or whatever you call ego will try to hold on to it and to make you feel as if, okay, it will be the opposite. It will give you the opposite because it wants to keep in the center of the stage. And as you are awakening your cells, your DNA, your awareness to this newness, you're going to have to open space for that. You're going to have to let something go in a way. And what you're letting go is what you chose to let go. So remind yourself of that and allow yourself to flow. And even if for a while you feel as if you are unstable, trust is the key right now. Because otherwise, you will never know what's going to happen, because it's new. It's completely new. Your bodies are turning into something new, like very physiologically. Even he's saying that in a few years we'll be able to see that, how we are shifting from one state to the other, and we are the prototypes. So we gotta chill and trust. Now I'm done.
That's the new slogan. Chill and trust. Life motto.
Yes, that's something to tattoo, he said. Halo. And he showed me that he's tattooed, and now he's dressed as the Joker, but the not as great Joker, I'll say.
That is
Jared Leto Joker.
Oh, but he
And
looked so nice as
he
Joker.
looked great, but the other Joker is just perfect. And he has that tattooed on his face as Joker did. I chew and trust.
Was it like damaged or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And where he had damaged,
Yeah.
he's chew and trust. Oi, bebê. Conta pra mim as coisinhas. Ai, cansada.
Okay. I use the trees, plant kingdom, to transmit compassion to all of the planetary logos and humanity. Does Yeshua or Heylal have any feedback about this approach?
Genius is what Hillel said, and Yeshua is showing that he's very grateful for that. And he was wearing eyeliners like you were to match with you, is what he said. But that's a very, very beautiful way, because the connection that the plant kingdom has with each other throughout the globe is unhindered, is the word that he's using. So that's a very good way for you to transmit any high frequency energies or Christ consciousness energy, using your own awareness, of course, your own power. So it's a very good approach.
So perfect. I have been working on bringing presence and letting go of fearful thoughts.
That's great.
I'd love a message on trust, trusting the masculine and guidance, for example, and trusting myself.
Yeshua is the one coming through with that. And he's saying that trust is something that we either learn in a very young age or we don't. And even when we do, depending on whatever causes us to lose it, It's something we need to teach us again. We need to teach ourselves that again. And with that, a easy way, because he's showing me so many things, so many techniques, but an easy way for us to reconnect with that is to reconnect with the Divine Father and the Divine Mother and let them parent your inner child. Because you learn that in your life, that you can trust your mom or you can trust your dad, or you learn that you can't, right? So it's either a thing that was never a thing for you or something that you lose because of other interactions in your life. But it's learned through repetition. And trust, it is something, it is a technique, let's say, it is not a technique, a technology that is accessible to us in any given moment. But if he's talking about it in a more human way, in a way like, how can I learn to trust myself? It is through repetition. That's the most loving way he can explain this to you without making you angry about it, is what he's saying. Not you in particular, but just people in general. Like, oh, just trust, let go and surrender and just feel God. Yeah, we know that. So he is going, to the more human approach with this. So through repetition, create patterns for yourself, create practices for yourself. If you need to write it down on a piece of paper, to do this practice, but create these practices for yourself. So for example, to just allow the thought. He's saying that we do this a lot, that already, as a learning technique, that when a unwelcome thought comes, you breathe, you release it, and then you choose another thought, or you simply just let it go. He's saying that we don't often do the thing that you just tell yourself a new thought. You teach yourself a new thought. You teach yourself a new pattern. You teach yourself a new behavior. So do that. It's like, I trust myself. I trust my intuition. I trust my divine masculine. I trust. Whatever affirmation or breathing technique, whatever you can do, that you can do it in repetition, will help you with this. That's the most human, easiest way he can explain how you can learn to trust. Because you need to rewire your thoughts. Your thoughts are the ones that are getting in the way, telling that you can't trust. The fact that you feel as if you cannot trust something like yourself or your divine masculine or life or the world or anything comes from the fear-based mentality that anything can harm you. And again, that is something that is engraved in our DNA, something that we are changing now, something that survival mode, right? Like, oh my God, if I jump from this building, I'm gonna get hurt, right? And I'm gonna die. And yeah, that's likely to happen. But why would that happen? Why would we create that to happen? Because we are God and we get you, right? So this is a very critical example. Please do not feel as if you go there. I'm telling you to go there and try not to get hurt when you do that. That's not what I'm advising you with. But in any case, we created that from a sense of survival, that we need to protect ourselves because the human body is perishable in a way, because we chose to create within the confines of time. And that gives us the idea as if anything is doomed. And with that, we create the whole thought process that I can't trust. So, in a more like even animalistic way to perceive this, it is just so you can protect yourself and your what is the word? Prole? Your babies.
Offspring.
Your offspring, right? So I need to protect myself, I need to protect my offspring. Or when you are the offspring, you are relying on your parents to protect you, to save you, right? So you either had that in the beginning of your life, and then throughout life, something happened that made you not feel that anymore because you were depositing that safekeeping for your human self into something else, and you were never giving tools to learn how to trust yourself. So that's why you need to give yourself tools now to trust yourself. And or that's something that you never learned, that you never felt safe in your household. So then you didn't even, let's say, have the chance to feel that. So again, it's the same process. You need to teach yourself to trust you. So you do that through repetition, through experiencing things, through repeating the pattern and recreating the pattern. And you get to do that in any given moment. So create like something in your calendar. This moment of my day, I will do this said practice that will allow me to feel more trusting me. Because that's the point. If you trust yourself, you will learn to trust everything else. And that means that the bottom line is I am the love that I am. Nothing can harm me. I can't, there is nothing that can suck on my energy. There is nothing that can, be a toxic energy for me, even. We can create all of those ideas to support our healing, to support our remembrance, and they tend to work. As humans, they do. Most of the time, they do. But all those labels were created to help us remember, not to use as an umbrella. So you are not really going there into that healing, right? So if we are always using that as a means to justify that mistrust, it's not helping. But if we are using it as a tool to guide us to where perhaps that mistrust is, or in any other case, how that can guide you into an emotion, for example, that is aligned with that mistrust and so forth, then it's helping you. So discernment is also important whenever it is that you are teaching yourself something. And teach yourself as you would teach your offspring, with kindness, with love, with patience. And he's saying, I really wanted to talk about patience today, if you want me to talk about it. And he is wondering, it's like, do you think you are a patient being?
Not always.
Yeah, not always. But I would consider me to be a patient person. As a whole,
Depends on the circumstance.
of course, depends on the circumstance, depends on what's going on. And that's the case, I think, for all of us. We are not always that way.
Yeah.
But I would consider myself to be very
You're more
patient, very tolerant too. Sometimes too tolerant, to the point that I needed to learn the opposite. That I needed to set some boundaries, that this is enough, right? So it's a wave of learning with that. But he's talking about patience too. But let's see what people were talking about before, because they were, I think it might be just in chat here like before. Yeah, that's what Indira said. He's saying.
For me, I have been feeling a lot of energy in the solar plexus for months. And this month specifically, the energy has increased a lot. It seems that it will last forever. Thanks for the message.
So much sense. And it's nothing lasts forever, my love.
Yeah,
everything changes and transmutes. Energy is always moving. Yes, it feels uncomfortable for me too. Yeah. A lot of solar plexus activations.
That's what I was referring to, the recreation of patterns.
Good.
I have had that electric feeling as well. I often feel a lot of energy on my crown, like a tickling, and sometimes like a swoosh of air. What is that?
I think that's just you're connecting with your higher soul, your higher self, your inner self, I would say, right? Or it could be like a sensation from a being like Yeshua being around you. But bottom line, it's connection. I think the way that I see it, it's you connecting with something divine. Being aware, or being because you're always connected. So let me just correct my terminology here. Like making yourself be more aware of that connection.
I've been purging, all limiting everything.
Yes. That's exactly it. I think that could be the slogan for my year, if I'm being honest.
Holy crap, ears?
What years?
Years to start. Uh, well, it was before. You were
I don't
talking
know
about the
what.
body and scientists and
Oh, yeah.
things
At
like that.
least a few decades, sister. Not for us to find uh, a common ground and can chill, but for science to figure out what's happening, yeah, a few years. Oh, I'm not patient.
I know what I'm. Would love to hear more about patience. It depends. It's something I've been working on, and thank you so much for the lovely message. Had me starting to tear.
Of
Of
course.
course.
um, yeah.
I feel I'm very patient. Patience requires surrender. So I'm a master of that. There are times when I'm not. I know how to
Yes,
return.
exactly. That's the point he's saying is finding out what is your own trigger to come back to that, because patience is directly connected to surrender and acceptance as well. And for you to accept a situation, you need to accept yourself. So it's easy to accept when it's something you already have acceptance for, right? So if it is something that already feels good for you, or you have deemed to be good, or you labeled as being good, it's much easier to have compassion for that, which is also patience. It's much easier to be patient about it. But if it's something that doesn't feel as good in our own human perception, something that at some point we labeled as not being good, as being bad, as being unloving, it's harder to be patient about, because it's harder for us to accept that we created that, which ties with what Heylal just said. It's hard for us to accept that. Why? Because we cannot forgive ourselves for choosing to be human. That is, if you can find that, he's saying, enlightenment is gonna knock at your door. That samadhi experience, that whatever it is that you think you're going towards, which I can guarantee you are not, there is nothing for you to go towards. You are here and now, perfect, divine, exactly as you are. But whatever it is that you're aiming for spiritually, if you find that forgiveness for you being human, for choosing to be human with all the perceived restrictions that humans have, you will find all of it in the end of that line. And that's patient too. But talking more about patience, what Yeshua is saying, oh my God, Stella is so pretty. I cannot. Um, Patience requires acceptance, and unconditional, radical acceptance is something that we are learning as a group now, he's saying, as a soul family. I need to sneeze, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my love. Excuse me. And acceptance comes with self-love. So do you see how everything is tied up and everything is a journey? But in any case, patience is so related to acceptance because it's not a movement. Thank you.
Oh my God.
So
Bless you.
for you to, as I say in Portuguese, bless me because there's no one around me. um, and you tend to feel non-movement as stagnation. So whenever it is that you feel that stagnation, you want things to move and move and move. And that is something that is programmed to you, into you in your society right now. The more hectic your environment is, so the more hectic is the city that you live in or your household, the less patience you have. Because again, it's something you didn't learn as you were growing up. You learned the opposite. You learned that you need to go and go and go, and everyone should go and go and go too. So if anyone else is not going, you tend to get frustrated and angry, and you just want things to move because you can't stop. The other thing that is contradicting true patience is feeling as if you cannot be alone with yourself. So let's think about that again. Let's talk about that again. It's hard for you to be patient when you don't like being alone with yourself, because being alone with yourself requires acceptance of all the things that perhaps you do at some point you said were not good. You get overwhelmed, that's very common, because you are trying to fix all those things all the time. So when you are alone with yourself, and that's something that not many people get to do with joy in their hearts, you start realizing all you are. You start connecting with all you are, all you have to offer, all the lights and shadows, all the little nuts and crannies, however it is that you say that, all the little shades and fractals of you. So when you are with yourself, when you are alone with yourself, and things start showing up like, I am impatient, you tend to want to fix it as if it's something that is wrong with you, because perhaps society told you so, because perhaps mom told you so, because perhaps a sibling or a friend or whatever, television, because God within you did not tell you that. So you had to find that, you had to project that elsewhere for you to learn it like that. And if you think about it, why did I choose to do that? Because you get to play like this with duality. But it's so hard for you to stay with yourself. And he's saying, do you resonate with this? Is this true for you? That it's hard for you to just be present with you. Stay with your own self, to not do anything at all, to just sit down and not do anything. What happens when you sit down when you don't do anything?
It's so bored.
Why do you think that is?
Because I'm not doing anything.
Because you're bored with you. You don't like your own company. That's what's happening. If I sit with you and we are just sitting with each other,
But we wouldn't be like not talking or not
no,
eating or not watching something. We
we
wouldn't be
could.
just like this.
No, not like this. We would just lay next to each other and breathe. If you have anyone that you love with you,
If I, perhaps.
so you don't like your own company. And that's not correct. That's not loving for you. That's not self-love. So then you are either overwhelmed, your thoughts go all over the place, and you start just overthinking, and you start feeling like you are a lazy piece of shit if you sit down for 5 minutes just to be with yourself, and it's so hard for you to rest. So even if you are, because what is going to happen is you sit down and you're just with yourself. If you allow your thoughts to rumble, if you allow your thoughts to speak, you will be speaking with all the many yous in your head. Or you will be seeing visions of that, or you will be experiencing it in your heart space.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that with you, you tend to not be patient. You don't have patience with yourself. You don't have patience with your own thoughts. You don't have patience with your own emotions. You feel as if you need to fix them. How is that loving? Because if it was anyone else doing that in front of you, what would you tell them?
I didn't think the inner monologue counted.
It all counts. What you talk to yourself, what you do with yourself. But if you are to just sit down,
that's
and
what I mean.
be
Like I
with
thought,
you.
like be with you. I thought it was like a nothingness, not like the conversations and stuff.
You can only get that nothingness if you train yourself to get that nothingness. And that is a whole new level of mastery with being with yourself. But if you are just with you, not using any other technologies, any other tools, just to be with yourself, to enjoy your own company, to talk to yourself. So if I was to sit here with you and we get to talk, we can talk and talk and talk until daylight comes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have so much fun. It doesn't matter what we talk about. Drinking water, sitting with each other and talking. If you get to talk to you, how long do you think you can do that before you get super bored?
If I cannot get distracted with other things, like
No,
a fly
you
or
sit
something.
down with a glass of water, talking to yourself, being with yourself.
Does not happen.
So that's the point, with patience, with compassion, with surrender, with trust, with everything. It's not something for you to fix because there's nothing broken for you to fix. But this is a relationship. It's your first main relationship is with you. So when you can have that true relationship with you, because why do you think that we can talk about anything for hours and hours and hours? Because you know that I'm going to accept anything you have to tell me. And I will accept it even if I don't agree with you, even if we are going to have a huge discussion and I'm going to get so Italian on you, and that's going to be entertaining for you. But I am going to accept regardless of what you have to tell me. If it's a thought that you had, if it's something you ate, if it's the poop that you pooped, anything you have to share with me, I will be accepting of that. Can you accept yourself as much as I accept you? Can you accept yourself as much as you accept me? My truth. If I need to show you a picture of my poop because I thought it was weird, you're just going to accept that that's the case, right?
Yeah.
If I need time for myself, you will allow myself to have that time because you love me unconditionally, because I love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
But when you sit with yourself, you can't. So everything else in your reality, Yeshua says, is breeding from that place within you that doesn't feel good enough to be alone with yourself. So you can't have patience with the world, with perhaps, he's giving an example of us sometimes because we are very chill people in our business. So we'll send you the link an hour before, sometimes 5 minutes before something happens. Or we will get so overwhelmed by something else that we're not going to share something, that perhaps we said we would. And you need to be a little patient with us, with that. But sometimes you are already raging about it. And whatever that conversation is that prompts you to not have the patience to wait for that blessing to come to you is because you can't sit with yourself. Because if there is nothing for you to do, because there's nothing happening ever, you can't just sit with you. So if the lights are out and all of your devices are dead and you are stuck in your room
With no book?
with nothing to do, you're going to go crazy because you cannot unconditionally accept who you are. So everything you create from that point has in your mind, because not for the universe, not for anyone around you, not anything else has that flaw. Everything else you create has that little tiny piece missing. And then we try to find that little piece with a relationship. We try to find that little piece with food. We try to find that little piece with drugs, with alcohol. We try to find that with another friend or with something else. But everything we keep creating, it feels like it's not good enough. It's not there yet. If I do a meditation, I feel like I could have done that better. And he's like, how can that be a thought? If I do a meditation, I did a meditation. So you need to learn to accept yourself as unconditionally as you accept someone you love unconditionally. You need to accept yourself and not feel as if you are broken to be fixed. If your fear of the darkness is something you should fix, if your body is something to be fixed, because that returns you to that unconditional loving point within yourself that is breeding all creation. So that's why sometimes you never feel fulfilled. It doesn't matter how much you do, how much you thrive for. And it feels like you are running after something and you can never reach it. That being whatever you can resonate that with. If that's a relationship, if that's your business, if that's your job, if that's healing, if that's your spiritual journey, whatever that might be. It's breathing from that place within you that you can't find the answers for yourself. So it can be mirrored in not being able to be alone with yourself, but it can be mirrored in other ways as well. This feeling as if I am never good enough, and everything that I acquire, I'm already thinking about the next thing, instead of, oh my God, I really wanted this mug. But as soon as you have the mug, you spend like 10 seconds. Oh, the mug. Damn. Now I want the other mug. And you're never fully here with this mug, because every time you hold it, it can be a reminder for you that at some point of your life, you really wanted this mug. And now you get to have it because you created all the circumstances that would get you to this mug. So it's not that you need to be stuck here worshiping this mug for the rest of your life. No. But every time you see it, it can be a reminder of how beautiful you are, how powerful you are, how loving you are, and how accepted you are. But we tend to just check things off the list and don't even, you know, give yourself a pat in the back sometimes. That being anything. So he wants to take a little time here and now for everyone, if you have been resonating with this or not, to just let's talk about in one sentence at least, if you want to share, if not, just with yourself, appreciate where you are in this given moment, like here and now, and just allow yourself to show gratitude for how strong you are, how resilient you are, how healthy and perfect and godly you are, and holy you are, with everything you have around you, with the amazing, beautiful things. Just be proud of yourself for 1 second and tell us about it. What is it that you are proud of? Instead of looking for the next thing that you want, the next thing you want to heal, the next thing you need help with, what are the things that perhaps days ago or 10 years ago you envisioned yourself having or being that are here? How freaking awesome is that? So let's praise each other with that. We can share it now and we praise each other. We're going to just congratulate ourselves. Because if today is the closing of a chapter, let's think about this chapter for a second. Everything is here and now. So all those thoughts are here now. All those moments are here now. So maybe that little child you really wanted to live in Europe, right? Think about that.
Yes.
I really wanted to experience fall, autumn. That was the dream of my life. And I get to now because I created every circumstance that got me here. I'm a freaking awesome goddess. That can be just a tiny little thing, and that can be a life-changing thing. But let's praise ourselves. Let's worship ourselves right now. So share with us, what is it, Flavia, that you're proud of?
I'm too emotional right now to talk.
Yeshua is like, everyone, it's taken me nearly 3 years, but I got her to cry on camera.
I've cried so many
He's
times.
saying that no, you are always so like nonchalant with him.
Well, I'm already. It's been a month. I wouldn't be so proud of myself. Yeshua.
Well, he is. He touched your heart. He's so proud of himself. That's what he's proud of now.
I'm proud of myself too. Yes, you can.
No, I was going to read until you
sorry.
gather yourself to say what you're proud of.
What are you reading?
I'm gonna read there and you are gonna tell us what you are proud of.
Okay.
So Jennifer said that I'm so proud of how loving, brave, resilient I am. I am thankful for all the power that flows through me and the miracles I am blessed with that brought me to where I am here and now. Yeah, sister. We are so proud of you too. You want to share, Flavia?
I cry every time that I.
So maybe you should just talk about it and then you burst the bubble.
My black makeup.
First time you wear black makeup and you do this.
Oh my god. Screw you, Yeshua.
Yeah, she's like double proud.
I'm very proud that for the first time I feel like I'm putting myself first and thinking of my needs and my what is that?
No, Stella. Stella is emotional with you a little bit.
Oh, the tear drop just dropped. To put myself first and to think of my needs and my desires and my well-being, you know, and what I want to create for myself instead of trying to think of everyone else and how it will reflect for others. Yeah, just thinking of my own happiness.
Yes, I'm very proud of you too for that.
Thank you.
And of me too.
Yes,
we are on this train together, and I love that.
Yes,
I'm very proud of us for creating this beautiful community.
Yes, that too. Me too.
Corey said, I appreciate that I was able to accept the progress my body is going through. I surrendered and slept last night. Yay! I'm so freaking proud of you. Oh, that is so awesome. Yeshua, you fucked up with Flavia today. Yeah. Oh my God, let me see here.
Just well, it's Halloween, right? It's okay.
Yeah. Deep gratitude for more self-awareness, more love, more ease expressing love for starters. It's beautiful. So proud of you too, Jeff.
Yes. I cannot believe that I've been calling you Jeff for 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm proud that I have been taking the time to shift my perceptions to more loving thoughts. In doing so, I'm seeing more love in my world, and I love it.
Yay! That's so beautiful. Proud of you too.
Yes.
You've come
oh my God.
Beautiful way.
Reading that, I remember the first time that I saw you in the bonfire, sitting in your son's bedroom with a sweatshirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
So proud of you.
So proud of you. I am proud that I became less angry and more peaceful and accepting in the past few years.
Yes, so proud of you too, Gina. That's lovely.
Here with all of you, living where I've always wanted to live, with my beautiful twin flame, living my purpose, great relationships, and I love me more every day.
So proud of you. So happy for you too. So proud of you too, Kathy.
What?
She said me too. So yes. That's lovely. So powerful.
I'm so proud that I was lucky enough to reunite with the Yeshua family.
Yes, Dawn. Yes. So proud of you and us and this beautiful family.
I'm grateful for creating the life that I have and this soul family. Yes. I'm proud of myself for allowing myself, knowing when to surrender, let things go, and allow new blessings to flow in. I'm proud of myself for allowing myself to receive love.
Yes, that's such mastery. So proud of you too.
I'm proud of how much I've come with self-love and acceptance of me.
Yes. That's so beautiful.
Just wait, what? I'm so proud of me for being brave and making the move to Hawaii. Yeah, putting myself first and honoring myself.
Yes, so proud of you.
I'm so proud of myself for how far I have come on my spiritual journey. Everything has shown me how it was meant for me to grow from and expand. My self-love has been the most transformative of all. Yes.
I keep feeling these waves of love for all of you every time you read. You know, it's not gonna make me cry. No.
I think it's only
so
fair.
Proud of you too, sister, by the way.
Yes. I'm so proud of all the learning and expansion I've had over the past year since I found this lovely family.
Yes. So proud of you.
Flavia, me too. I didn't realize not caring for myself before others.
Yes. So important, right?
Oh. I'm proud I chose to follow this path of discovery.
Yes. Me too, sister. I'm proud of us.
Thank you, Dad. I still have that hoodie. I'm very proud of myself in taking a deep dive in moving away from my husband and family to a new home, new job, to be where I felt I needed to, still maintaining our
That
relationships.
is so beautiful,
Yes.
sister. So proud of you.
Yeah. And so mature.
Yes.
Goals. I'm proud of myself for getting through the last month, one day at a time. Yes, it's been so intense with lots of body and health
Yes,
issues.
so proud of you, sister. That is so
Yes.
beautiful. And this is what we're here for, Yeshua was saying. This is why we created this community. This is why we get to be together. So we can remind ourselves that we're not alone in this. And just to think about it, just, when you're saying this, and to think that I got to be there to see most of those things you are talking about unravel. And that makes me so proud of you, so proud of us, that we've supported each other through it. We've been there with each other, So I remember when MC moved to another house.
Yes.
I remember, most of the things you're saying here that we got to talk about and we got to help each other through this. So I'm so proud of us and so proud of me for allowing this to come through, to allow me to not judge this this path that I'm in enough to be able to be open to whatever this would become. And it became a beautiful, beautiful family that is only growing. So I'm so happy for us and so proud of us. I'm proud of myself for how deeply I love, for giving myself a forest, for accepting solitude in all aspects of me. Yes, sister.
Yes.
So proud of you. That is so masterful.
Yes.
See, Yeshua saying, do you see how freaking great you are? How awesome you are?
I'm so grateful for this tribe. I cry all the time and then my tears fall on my heart like a faucet.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. We have a question that it's. Okay, this is Sanjita. I'm proud of the way I've come through this very challenging year, including my dad's death. Thank you for all your loving souls.
Thank you for being
thank you.
here and so proud of you for this
Yes.
mastery.
There's a question here. I think it's Sanjita's birthday.
Oh,
Let me find it because I read it and I lost it in chat.
it will probably be our last one.
Okay.
But I'll look through the questions and see if they want to answer anything else before we go.
Here, found it. I'm turning 60 in a couple of weeks and feel it's a new chapter starting. There's so much I want to do, but feel exhausted and have health issues. Any advice?
Remember what we just talked about. Be proud of yourself for 60 wondrous years, for how much of body given you in this time, and show it gratitude and love and kindness throughout it, because it tends to feel better. So give that a try, is what Yeshua is saying for you.
Oh, I can't even. So proud of Annie and Flavia, who we all see grow all the time.
Oh, thank you.
I can't even imagine what life would be like if Lightworker 613 was not created. Beyond grateful for Annie and Flavia.
Same here. So grateful for all of you,
Yes.
for the trust and the love and the kindness and all the lessons that we get to learn and all the roles we get to play for each other. And what makes me most proud of all for us and our family, our community, is how loving we are with each other, how we are, mirrors of that divinity for each other all the time. And even when we don't agree, it's like I said, we accept and we love and we have compassion and we teach each other. So I believe that we are recreating the paradigm for what families are on earth, what they should be, and where we come from. And I'm so grateful, so honored that we get to do this together again. in this beautiful time of recreation on earth. I feel, wonder all the time when I think about it, that we get to be here and we get to know you guys, and I get to work with you, and it's just so much love. I can't even express.
Yeah. Thank you, Alana. Thank you, and Flavia. Same here, Corey has helped me so much to be a part of Lightworker 613. So grateful to you, girls.
Yes.
So grateful to you. Yes, and in Flavia, I'm so proud of our connection and how we flow in it. Yes, we've learned great things together.
And that flow is so important. And our relationship is so important too for me, in my life. And how much we get to learn and teach each other. It's just within that sphere of unconditional love. So I'm so proud of us for all we do, together and apart. And that not only with you, Alana, of course, but with all of us.
Yes.
So thank you so much, guys, for being here, for being a part of this family, for supporting us through all this time, and for watching us grow and watching us learn without judgment too. Because I don't know if you even know how special that is, how beautiful that is, that you get to see us, so often, and sometimes we are great, sometimes we're not so great, and that we get to be ourselves with you, and you're still here. So that means everything. I can't even tell you just how happy I am that, again, we get to create this together. And I hope you can feel that too from us, that we love you unconditionally, exactly as you are, and we can see only divinity and only beauty in you whenever it is that we talk, whenever it is that we read your questions, that we read your comments, and that we get to see your faces. It's just so beautiful. So thank you so much.
Oh, what a beautiful Halloween.
Yay! I love this.
Me too.
Oh, and I'm so thankful for Stella.
So thankful. She's
So
sweet
pretty.
baby.
So pretty. So beautiful. Eu te amo tanto, coisinha.
All right.
So I'm seeing, Yeshua says that this was a great way to close this month in a bathing of the true empowered divine masculine right here for you. That support, that holding space, that divine acceptance. This is your truth. And he's saying, I am so proud of each and every one of you for choosing to remind each other and choosing to remember yourself, your truth. He says, I love you more than any human words could ever put into words. And he's crying, by the way. He's been crying for a while since we talked about being, proud of each other and ourselves. And he can't wait for our next month. We're going to have so much fun. And it's going to be a divine feminine next month. And we'll see the blessings that he will bring through himself and through whoever else he chooses to invite for our parties. And
we have
I'm very
a different
excited.
event next month.
Do you want to talk about it just a little bit? Let's enjoy this
I will
moment.
post the schedule tomorrow, but we will do a Friendsgiving on Discord.
Yay!
So let's see how we're
how
gonna
it goes.
plan
Yeah,
it
we're gonna
a little
see
better,
how that's gonna be. But
I think it's gonna be fun.
Yes, we're gonna have what X.
I think Thanksgiving is on the 25th.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it one day before.
Yeah.
So you can
on
have your
Wednesday.
Thanksgiving with your family. But we're gonna do a Friendsgiving.
Yes.
Yay! That's gonna be great.
Yeah. And I'm feeling like watching a Halloween movie after this. Yes.
Nice.
I'm gonna shower, of course, and I think maybe if anybody wants to watch a movie too, we can talk on Discord, like decide what movie.
Yes.
And
let's do
chat.
that. I will probably just drop, and sleep, but I will start watching with you guys.
Yeah. So we can choose a movie and watch together. Yeshua wants us because I'm gonna wash it off.
Oh yeah. Yeshua wants us to read the text just once, to read what we're saying. Because I think someone shared something else. Overwhelming gratitude. We love you, Jeff.
This is my favorite Halloween I've had in years. I normally spend it alone, so it feels great to be here with you all. I
Oh, I
love
love
you.
it.
No,
That
it's
gives me
so cool.
chills.
Yeah.
Feels like such a precious gift to be accepted as we are. Yes, I think that's one of the best gifts we can give and receive. And give and receiving. You guys, what? Stop this.
You
Yeshua
guys,
wants
you
you
guys have the
guys.
purest hearts, and it has brought so much healing in my life.
Oh, and you too,
Yeah.
Maria. I can't
It's
even
a
tell
both-way
you.
street.
Absolutely.
Two-way street.
Your compassion and acceptance just makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah. And you have such good hugs.
Yes, I miss your hugs
so much.
Is there a topic for next month?
Divine feminine.
Everything regarding divine feminine. So we're gonna
Yes.
have like a master class about that and a divine feminine healing ceremony.
Thank you all, and of course Yeshua and Heylal.
Thank you.
Our family here is so amazing, so thankful.
Yes.
Right.
We're awesome. Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Everything is awesome
when you're living in your dreams.
I watched The Corpse Bride per Yeshua suggestion. It's so cute. I haven't seen it before. That's cute.
Me neither.
Oh my god, look at this thingy.
Oh, hi,
She's so pretty.
beautiful.
Sleepy Hollow last night. Oh,
Ooh,
I wanted to
don't
watch
remember
that
which
one.
Oh,
I'm not a scary movie fan at
all.
all.
Not one bit, but that movie's adorable.
Yeah. I'm not in a phase of scary movies as well. I'm a little too sensitive right now for that.
Yeah. Flavia, you sang. No.
She did. Today is a special day indeed.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
I sang in the beginning a little bit.
You did.
I sang.
That was
I sang.
beautiful, sister. I'm proud of you for expressing yourself more, Flavia. So proud of you. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
We love that.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
You think my weirdness is funny, so
and beautiful and awesome too. Not just funny, but yeah, funny too.
Hey, Herman is going trick or treating. That's fun.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yes. And you sounded pretty. You're always okay. Thank you. Okay. Anyways, let's decide on the movie and
yes. Okay.
Go.
Love you guys so
Bye.
much. We'll see you very soon. Flavia will post the schedule tomorrow, she says.
Yes.
I'm going to take a week off. You're not going to be seeing much of me because my body needs a little, intense treatment. But we'll see you guys very soon. Yeah. I love you.
I have glitter everywhere.
Yes.
Love you.
Bye. Stella says bye.
Oh.
Ai, so pretty.